Martin, what's your thoughts on that?
I thought we didn't play very well. I've just said in a couple of interviews, I suppose it's worth repeating. I just thought that energy levels looked low, and which I think is, if it had been the last, let's say, 10 minutes of the game, you're holding on to something, I can understand that. But it set in pretty early in the second half, which was a bit of a concern. But we'll try and rectify that if we can for next week. We need to, but just winning the game was really important. But we didn't play well.
Do you think that's due to nerves?
I think it's maybe a combination of everything. You start to look then why that was the case. Obviously, maybe look at what we did this week and maybe change it a little bit around. One never knows. You're not sure, but it seemed to befall a number of us at the same time, which is a bit of a worry.
But in the same token, you got the win, you stay in the hunt, and that's what
stay in the hunt, which is winning the game. And in fairness to the players, they did dig it out at the end of the day, so it was good. St Mirren played very well, had control, goodly parts of the game, particularly in the second half, and we just couldn't get the elusive second goal. A wee bit like Dundee last week, but this time, where I think that we created a number of chances at Dundee, we created much less today.
In terms of Alex, you brought him in to try and produce big moments, and he got one again today.
He's done. He's won the two games for us that may be important at the end. Who knows? But you can see he's got a bit of class about him. This lad has played for England at a time when England had a lot of great players. We still have. But and it's just the fitness element to him, regardless of training with Arsenal, which he had done for a couple of months. At the end of it all, you still have to play games. He's getting fitter, which is great. I just thought he looked very tired. Callum had a bit of a problem during the week. Wanted to play. I'm delighted that he did, and really didn't feel any worse than before. So absolutely delighted that he got through as much as he did do. So we need him, and a few others, but we stayed strong. We defended the corner kicks and free kicks, obviously pretty well, and but St Mirren played very well.
Take it pretty confident that issue with Callum will now be over.
That'd be great. Yeah. I've got a habit of telling you on a Friday everything is rosy, and then coming up and telling you a day later, well, I'm not so sure. So I think now a few days off for him. I think he'll be ready. I think psychologically playing the game today was big news for him. Not that we were saving anybody for a semi-final. Not at all. This that's in the next 8 days or something, I guess, here. So we weren't saving anybody. He wanted to play. He wanted to start the game, and he felt okay to start it. So that's good, and I don't think he's done any harm.
I know you hoped for harmony in the stadium. How did it feel to you with the game?
I thought excuse me. I thought the crowd were great to us today, because they could easily have got irritated with some of the things that we did. I thought we were loose in possession at times, and they could have done. They kept us going, a wee bit like Dundee last week, which I felt had a big effect on us staying in the game at a time just when Dundee had equalised. And I really thought the crowd were great. So if by the end of the season we can get a few things cleared up, rectified, call it what you want, but it felt like a proper Celtic Park atmosphere today.
How pleased were you to get Arna back? You've had
that was good. That was really, really good. And I thought he'd come on. I thought he did really well, really fine. Gives a little bit of stability and not that he was making long bursting runs, but he's just getting himself into it. So that was good, considering he's been out for so long.
How important is his physicality in the middle? Because he's a big physical boy, and he brings a lot in that sense.
Yeah. Excuse me. I think that he is a strong lad, You can see why teams are interested in signing him, particularly the offer from Nottingham Forest just at the end of the transfer window. And yes, so he's got a lot to offer, and he's got plenty to look forward to, I think, as well, to certainly internationally as well, if trying to break into a very strong Belgium side. But overall, it's just delighted to see him back.